Welcome back to Finding God in Fiction. Today we're going to talk about anxious people. I read this book at the beginning of 2025 and I absolutely devoured it. I loved it so much. It is so much just about being human and the mistakes we make and the way we feel, having big feelings, having things that we don't know how to deal with, and just really being there for each other, forgiving each other, and loving each other well. But there's one line in this book very specifically that I just want to read because I love it so much. So in this part of the book, two of the characters are talking, and I'll just kind of give you like a little bit for context, and then I'm going to skip down to the line I like. It says, "My wife had a terrible sense of humor as well. She liked laughing and causing trouble. The older she got, the more trouble she was. She always told me I was too nice. That's a terrible thing to be told by a priest, isn't it? She made it her job to defend the weakest, the homeless, migrants, even criminals. Because somewhere in the Bible, Jesus says something like, I was hungry and you gave me food. I was homeless and you looked after me. I was sick and you cared for me. I was in prison and you visited me." And then he says something like, "What we do for the weakest among us, we also do for him." And she took everything so literally, my wife. That's why she kept causing trouble. I just love that so much. I love how their character is imperfect. He follows this quote from the Bible by like saying a cuss word. I just think it's such a good depiction of how we try so hard in our imperfection to get closer to God in everything that we do. We see God in so many things, whether we realize it or not. We try to live like Jesus lived in so many ways, and we do it so poorly. We do it so imperfectly, and it's the perfect example of why we need grace. And I think it's just such a beautiful picture of people fumbling, doing their best, trying to love each other well, and also a good encapsulation of how we can do it well sometimes and really not well other times, and that's why we need Christ. I just see so much of the need for Christ and the love of Christ portrayed in this book. So if you haven't read it yet, I would recommend it.